Hello! If this is your second time here, welcome back. If not, then welcome. And if I were you, I'd probably click away right now. So today I'm going to count down the top 5 Korean dramas that I like the most, or at least liked enough to have watched twice. I'm going to apologize in advance for all my horrible pronunciation of Korean words, but I'm not Korean, I'm Canadian. And I did attempt to translate it on my phone, but monotone doesn't really help me much. Without further ado, here we go. Scripted. Number 5, a drama called Boys Over Flowers, which is one of the first dramas I have watched. And it's actually really long. It's like 24 episodes, I think. And by the end, even watching it the second time, by the end I'm like, oh my god, end already. Which I guess shouldn't make it one of the ones I like the most, but I do like the plot line. It was very cute. So you have Goom Jeon-di, who is played by Koo Hae-sun, I think. I'm sorry. A girl from a poor family who gets the chance to go to a prestigious private school with all the rich kids. And there she meets the F4 gang, a group of 4 pretty boys who are the richest and most handsome boys in school. And the group's leader is played by Lee Min-ho, whose real name in the show I forget. I'll put it here somewhere because apparently I didn't think to write it down. So at first the two butt heads quite a bit because she interferes with their plans to be gigantic bullies and rude to everybody. So he picks on her a lot and then eventually kind of gets interested in her. So he says they're going to date. But, and then it turns really cute because he really tries and stop. So basically it's this on-again, off-again, love-hate relationship going on between them where they're trying to be together but they can't be together because reasons. I'm very bad at explaining things, which is great considering this is what I chose to make a video about. Anyway, it is long, it is very roller coaster, but it is worth the watch at least once. Yes, number 5 is Boys Over Flowers, which apparently is a Japanese manga, I think, but I've never read it. Maybe I should. Number 4 is Answer Me 1997, or I know it as Reply 1997. I don't know why I call it that. I think it was the name on Drama Fever. I might be wrong. So Jung Eun-ji stars as Sung Shi-won, a girl who is obsessed with the group H.O.T, and it's kind of about her and her 6 friends growing up in 1997. It flashes back and forth between their present in their high school reunion and 1997 when they were teenagers. It's kind of like a dual love story. Yoon Yoon-jae, played by Seo Eun-guk. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Still, I'm going to say that a lot. Who is her best friend and she grew up with her entire life, and he has a crush on her, but she doesn't see that he has a crush on her because she's kind of immature for her age and kind of only driven to H.O.T. She also has a love line with his older brother, and it kind of goes back and forth as to who she's going to pick, her best friend or the brother, and in the present time you get little hints that you kind of put together, and well, I'm sure you could guess who ends up with her, but I won't say anything. This was Jung Eun-ji's very first drama she did, and I loved it, only because I love her very much, and I'm obsessed, and it's sad. But it is really worth the watch. It's cute. I didn't really grow tired of it. Near the end, I kind of grew tired of it, because they give you so many hints as to who it is, and then you're just like, okay, get together already then. Stop. Anyway. Very good drama. I seriously recommend you watch it. So, drama number 3 is The Sensory Couple, or as I know it, The Girl Who Sees Smells. It kind of depends, I guess, where you read the title from. Actually, I think the webtoon it was based off of was called The Girl Who Sees Smells. We have Shin Se-kyung as Oh Chorim, who is a girl who 3 years ago got hit by a car, lost all of her memory, but woke up with one eye a different color and the ability to see smells. That's cool. I want that ability for a day where I just you could, anyway. She meets by chance and teams up with Choi Moo-gak. I'm sorry, I will put the name here because I can't pronounce it. A man who has no sense at all, and he lost his senses after he discovered that his younger sister had been murdered in the hospital after a bus crash. So very opposite, a girl who sees smells and a guy who has no sense meet up and they team up and they work together on cases because he can't solve them where she can literally see the smell and kind of trail it around the city and find this and that and helps him with his cases. And now they're working together to help try to solve the barcode murder which is a murderer who kills people every year and leaves a barcode on their wrist. And that's another thing where you kind of know who it is because they give extreme hints and then eventually just kind of tell you, but they don't know who it is yet, but you know who it is, which is kind of interesting. And then of course, because it's a drama, they fall in love and they do solve the barcode murder. But the thing I like is it's not mainly just about the relationship between these two. Well, it is, but it's not all about that. It's very much into solving the crime and solving the murderer and finding the murderer and kind of all the drama that goes with that. So I definitely recommend The Sensory Couple. I have seen it twice and I would totally go watch that again right now. My number 2 drama is Marriage Not Dating. I also know it goes by a bunch of different names, but that's the name I know it by, and that's the name it was on the Asian wiki. I looked it up. So we have Gong Gi-tae, played by Yang Boon-jin. He is being forced by his family to marry, and he just wants to be left alone. He doesn't want to get married, he doesn't want a girlfriend, he wants to live in his house by himself and just be peaceful. So he meets Ju Jung-mi, played by Han Gru. I love her, she's amazing. I've seen a lot of the stuff she's in. He's kind of like mean to her at first because she's dating his best friend, but his best friend wants to break up with her. So he kind of breaks up with her for his best friend, and he's extremely rude to her, and I guess the way she acts out. So they meet again by chance because, come on, it's Dramaland. And he asks for her help to kind of scare his family away. So they're going to pretend to be in a relationship and that they're going to get married, but she's going to act kind of like a crazy psycho and trying to make his mom say, I don't want you to marry her, which is the key phrase that can let him be by himself, because it is Ju Jung-mi or nothing. If you're not going to let me marry her, then I'm going to be alone forever. So they're trying really hard to get the mother to say this so he can live alone. But of course, what happens? They fall in love, and now they have to try to get out of the spiral of lies they already told, because now they're broken up, but they don't want to be broken up, they want to be together. And it's just a very cute drama, and it's extremely hilarious. Like, I laugh every single time I watch it. Again, I've seen it twice. Actually, I think all of these dramas I have seen, like, only twice, but I'd watch it a third time if I could. Would. I should. I will. Bye! Just kidding. Yeah, so it's funny, it's cute, and I really wish you guys go check it out. My final drama, my very number 1 drama, is Sassy Go-Go, or Cheer Up, with an exclamation point, because why not? So Cheer Up. It is another drama starring Jung Eun-ji, of course, because I've seen everything she's in, because I'm a crazy obsessed fan. But it's actually the very first drama I've seen with her in it. I was like watching Drama Fever, and this preview came on for it, and I'm like, it's kind of interesting. So I turned it on, and it was so good. So basically, it is like the 5 top % of the school versus the 5 bottom % of the school, which is the Real Kings Dance Club and this prestigious, rich people, smart people group. They think they're cool and anything. So they hate each other. Their rooms are right next to each other, and the rich people end up getting the Real Kings shut down, which of course is depressing for all. And then the principal, with the help of one of the rich girls' mothers, want to build their transcripts to go to university because she wants her daughter to go to a very, very good university. So they come up with a plan to make like a cheerleading club, something that doesn't require much talent, I guess. And they enlist the Real Kings because they have dance abilities and they can kind of do all the dance moves and all the tricks, and the rich kids can kind of just stand there looking pretty, shaking pom-pom. But stubborn Kang Yang-do does not want to do this. She will not do it. So she was friends with Kwang Soo-ah. They were best friends, but Kwang Soo-ah was kind of two-faced. She was nice at Kang Yang-do's face, but behind her back she was like rude and like cold and distant. So Kang Yang-do wants nothing to do with this club, and she will not do it. But she ends up doing it eventually because a lot of her friends, and because Kim Yeol, the male, the top student of the school, the love interest, he has to join the club to save his best friend from getting in trouble, I guess, with his dad, because there's a lot of backstory in there I'm not going to reveal. So basically what I love about this drama is it is not just about cheerleading. Like, that's what I thought at first. I'm like, okay, so it's like a cheerleading thing. I was like, okay, I'll watch it. But it's basically like everyone kind of has their own problems and they deal with it in their own way and they try to keep it to themselves. But because they're kind of forced together into this cheerleading group and they're forced to be friends and kind of work together, they all kind of eventually open up and express their problems, and they all kind of work together to make it better. Actually, one of the very first episodes, I think it's actually I think it is the first episode, it might be the second episode, where Jung Eun-ji or Kang Young-do is in her room at home and she's like writing down on her notepad and she writes, "I'm not happy and I want to be happy." And I think that's, especially in that time in your life, it's like a very hard thing to have to go through. And it's kind of like everyone is unhappy in their own way, and it's kind of about like spreading the love and spreading the joy and cheering up. And I think the best thing of this drama was at the end, Kwang Soo-ah kind of gets herself into this deep dark hole where she can't get out of because she has kind of broken every relationship she has because her mother pushes her and tells her, no, you have to be this way, you have to be this way, you can't have these friends, these are just stepping stones for you to get into university. And she eventually just kind of finds herself where she is alone and she has nothing left. And I guess you can see where that's going, the theme of a lot of Korean dramas. But the best part is this cheerleading group who hated each other at the beginning, and in the end they all kind of come together and help her through her tough time and show her that even though you hurt everybody and, you know, you kind of damaged your relationship with us, we're still there for you. And we will always be there for you, and we can mend this, and we can be friends again. Anyway, so yes, I love that drama. I've watched every episode so many times, so I've kind of watched it more than once, or more than twice. I've actually so like, oh, with this, I even went and watched the raw videos before any of the like subtitles were up before I went to work, and I'm like watching it and wait till I'm done work so I can go home and watch it with subtitles and know what they're saying. Oh yeah, I seriously recommend it. It is my #1 drama of all time. Every time it gets to me and I love it. It never makes me cry. I never actually cry during dramas except for Imaginary Cat because freaking animals. Anyway, so those are my top 5 Korean dramas of all time that I've watched more than once, and I hope you guys either have seen these or because you watched this video now want to go see it. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you've seen any of the dramas or want to now see any of the dramas, please tell me in the comments below so we can share in this experience together. If you liked it and you want to see me do more of videos like these, then please be sure to subscribe. And you can also follow me on my Tumblr blog, Hello My Name Is Lonely, or follow me on Instagram. But, you know, you don't have to because, trust me, it's not much going on there. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and bye!